What's up, guys? This is AeCor or Jason, and due to popular demand, you guys have been asking all over the place to give gameplay tips. And lately, I've been playing Conquest because Conquest has been it's easier to turn around a game. Um, this is a game I just played. I don't know how old this is actually. I just played it though recently, and I cut out the beginning, like the first 9 or 10 kills, because I was using the A94. That gun is good and everything, but I realized that I'm gonna be playing a little bit more close quarters, so it's better to have a fully automatic rifle. The A94 has a really slow rate of fire, so the M416 is a good hybrid between rate of fire and recoil. It's 750 rate of fire, so it's not awful, like awful slow, but at the same time, it has really low recoil. Guns with low recoil, like the M16 and the FAMAS, the rate of fires make it seem like they have higher recoil. So anyway, so here I'm going after the E flag. In Caspian border, I didn't play it enough, but the power positions are B and D. If you hold B and D, you can pretty much win. Well, you need a third flag. It doesn't matter what your third flag is, preferably C. But if you get the middle tier flags, you can pretty much win the game. So we're down by about we were down about 50 tickets in the beginning of this game, but I capped A and B. Right there, what I did was I was just trying to stall to get the E flag. Well, mostly to stop them from getting the B flag, although they did. So I used the VDV buggy, and I just got into the gunner seat. And if you want to know how to do that, just get into the vehicle and press F2, and that'll put you to the gunner seat. I'm a terrible driver. For whatever reason, I can drive in real life. I can drive in pretty much any other video game, but then when it comes to Battlefield, I'm freaking terrible. Like in Bad Company, I was really good with the tank and really good with the Jeeps. But in the Growlers, the buggies, and freaking DPVs, I'm terror bad. So I see that they got B, and I'm doing the prone trick where you prone twice, and then you sprint to get back up, and that is very helpful. So in Caspian border, I'm running with a pretty terrible squad, except Zumba. He's actually pretty good. He kept some flags, but first thing I do in a game is first find a squad that's moderately full. If I can't find a squad with 3 people, if I'm playing Lone Wolf, I find a squad that will have the most people, because it'll have the highest amount of people to spawn on. This is assuming that you have over 1 KD and you can do well. And this Mongoose guy, I don't know about him, but I didn't really like playing against him. He really didn't he capped B over and over again this game, but he will die plenty of times, but he's killed me thrice already. Anyway, what I do, I always carry the squad sprint because it gives you 10% sprint bonus, which is super helpful. I always run it no matter what the class is, unless someone else in my squad's running it. As soon as I click on a squad, I see what specializations they have. In order of importance, if you're a good, I'm not saying I'm a good player, but if you know you can stay alive and you're going to be taking down enemies and capturing points in any large-scale map, in Conquest Large at least I'll say, not so much Conquest, even Conquest is important, but the most important perk or specialization in this game would definitely be the sprint. The second would be ammo, third would be suppression, fourth would be, well, so it's type between suppression and explosives. If you're an engineer baddie, you can use the suppression, or use the explosive upgrade to double your rockets. The suppression is good just all around, and I go on a freaking ass-tearing rampage. Okay, getting res. You should probably watch re-res. The G18, so freaking good. That thing's gonna get nerfed to hell. I already know this. I heard this mofo coming around. Boom! My nuts in your face, son. Let's get the recon baddie. Alright, so anyway. Shit, what was I saying? Yes. So, okay, if I were to play for assault, sprint, then ammo, and then if you're carrying the noob tube, the frag upgrades, because it gives you 2 more nut sub ammo. If you're running engineer, it would be explosives, sprint, ammo, and then suppression. Support would be sprint. You don't even carry the ammo. Just carry the sprint, and explosive and suppression. Those are the best ones. In an ideal squad setup, when I run with some clanmates and stuff, I carry sprint, someone carries ammo, someone carries explosives, and someone carries suppression. Cover is good. I personally don't use it that much because I will mostly be in the action, and I will generally have cover as opposed to somebody else. And if someone is shooting around me and I can't, I can see people even if the screen's blurry. Not maybe not, obviously not as well, but I pretty much know, as long as I don't have the flash pressure, I can figure them out because I can just aim at the muzzle flash. In Conquest, on maps like Sharky Peninsula and Strike at Carcan, even maps like Sand Cross or Sign Crossing and I don't know, Grand Bazaar, the squad flashback is actually really good. Mortars, I know I'm getting off topic, but mortars do 50 damage direct impact if they're not carrying the explosive upgrade. If you have the flak, it'll decrease, it'll have it, so it'll do 25% damage. It'll actually sometimes do 13% damage. You can survive one full claymore if you had full health. You'll live with 15% health or 20% health. It's pretty beast. So the flak is good. The flak is better. The flak is good if you're running into a lot of supports that use claymore. It doesn't really help against grenades or RPGs. If it like halved damage of RPG, like if you could survive a direct impact, or you could survive a direct impact 1 out of 2 times with like 10%, I would definitely use it more because there's a lot of RPG spam. Anyway, so Caspian, we captured E, so we 4-capped them. So I'm going after B in this part. This part is what I did is I switched my M416 and pretty much any assault rifle into single fire when it's medium ranges because the rate of fire, the recoil that works in this game is when you click, your rate of fire, it'll click faster, it'll shoot faster than you can click, which is, I don't know. In Bad Company, they work the recoil a lot better. That's just my opinion. Like in this game, the recoil is awful, I think, but whatever. So that's why I put it in single fire, but we always had that problem where you have to switch it back. You know what I mean? This is a mistake. I shouldn't have done this. I get the kills, but this is just not a good idea. You shouldn't reload in the middle of a battle, but I was at 5% health, and yeah. So I'm trying to capture E. And hold on a second. God damn it. Once we capture E, you want to go back to B in Caspian. So in Conquest just in general, what you want to do is figure out first, do you spawn on the A flag, or in this case the E flag, or do you spawn on like the F or G flag on certain maps? Where your base is, you have a home flag that you should almost always capture. That, in my opinion, is the least important flags. If you're on the defending team or on the team that lost that flag, I don't think it's that important. Like, I never go after A. You don't see me in this game. I go after B, because B, from there you can spread out to C and D. C and D is the middle of the map, so you can literally attack from both sides. In this map, the ideal flags to hold would be to 4-cap them and leave them at E, or 4-cap them and leave them at A. That way, but you want to keep them at I don't know how to describe this. God damn it, I lost my place in the video. So this is gonna be all off sync. God damn it, why? Anyway, I don't know, I just talk and not about the gameplay. I'll just talk specifically about Conquest Large. You want to be able to hold the flags that are in the middle. The middle flags are most important, and in Caspian border, it's definitely the C and B flag, because D is not important. D I think is less important than C, because C is lower levels, so you're able to get into the action better, and you're less likely to get shot down by a chopper or a jet. Whereas in D, you're elevated, so it's easier to get shot down. B is because A is so far away from B that there's actually no point in grabbing A. You only grab A if you cannot grab the other 2 flags, and you need a 3rd flag to triple cap. So the reason why I prioritize B, like I run back, even if I'm at E, capping E, I'll run back to B, because B is the power position. It's pretty much GG no re. Like in Strike at Carcan, for example, if you're playing Conquest Large and they have the F and G flags right in the beginning, if you don't get those flags and if you're on the assaulting team, you won't. There's actually no way to win the game, because you need those lavs, you need those tanks, and there's no choppers, which is, I think there should be a couple of choppers, like a Viper and a transport, but I don't know what DICE is thinking. And then the C flag is also important. So if you were to only hold 4 flags, it would be B, C, G, and F. Those would be the flags for Strike at Carcan, and for this, I try to hold the B, C, and D flags, because it's only 5 flags, so like it's not an especially large map. It's as large as Strike at Karkan on just regular conquests or any of the back to Karkan maps actually. So another important piece of advice is drop your kits. Not drop your kits. Drop like whatever you're carrying. If you're a medic or a support, you want to drop down your med packs like 24. Every time you get anywhere, just drop a med pack, brah, because those are important. If you don't do it, that's it's kind of gay. Ammo is I think is less important than health because not many people live unless you're pretty good to use all your ammo or you have a bad shot. But it is important to refuel your nades, refuel your shotgun shells, your ammo, just in general. It's important, especially when you have claymores and stuff like that. Like you need that because it runs out so quickly. Health, it'll keep your teammates alive. Health is just a lot more important because it decreases suppression when you regenerate health. I'm pretty sure because whenever I'm healing and I'm being suppressed fire, it almost negates it. Like I have the squad cover. And the assault slash medic class is really good. It's easily my favorite class, and it is. I think it is the. I want to say the best class. This is the engineer is the best class. Like if you have a team of engineers against a team of assaults, the engineers will win because they will take out any vehicle unless it's like Metro, in which the assaults will win because they have nut tubs and underslug grenade launchers and that shenanigans. Alright, so that's for squads. Playing assault, you wanna the only two things you should really be using are three things rather. For your sight, you either use your PKA3X for your hybrid between medium, your ACOG or 4x zoom, or your holographic sight or the red dot. There's only choices. I use pretty extensively the rifle scope on the M4 or on the AN94, the KH2002, and it's good for the AN94 especially, but only for long range. ACOG is just more practical. I feel because like if someone's close enough to aim down your red dot sight or whatever, then why don't you just hit fire? For your second tier, it would definitely be foregrip. There's no point in not using a foregrip. Bipod is only useful in machine guns because you have enough rounds to do it. Foregrip will decrease your horizontal recoil by 50%, which and horizontal recoil you can't control. The last one is really up between. Actually, any of them are good. The suppressor is especially good. I don't use it because, well, the suppressor it's awful for long ranges. The flash suppressor is really good for long ranges. It just makes your hip fire worse. So if you're gonna be strictly long range, I would use that. The heavy barrel increases your recoil by like 20% or whatever. And each time you shoot in fully automatic, it'll increase the spread between the shots by 50%. So your bullets won't hit when you aim. But if you put it on single fire or you have a burst fire weapon or you tap fire, it's really freaking good. I use heavy barrel on pretty much everything, on any assault rifle or carbine. The laser sight is also really good. You really can't go wrong with any of the three setups. The laser sight decreases spread by 33% on your hip fire, and it blinds the opponents instead of the tactical flashlight. The flashlight I don't think is that good. It's only good in close quarters. That if that's the case, you should only be using the FAMAS, the F2000, the AEK 971, or any SMG with a high rate of fire, because you won't be using you won't be in close quarters, and it'll just give your position away. So again, I'm gonna prioritize the B flag. I'm out of place in this video, but it's whatevskis, brah. So that's it for the assault. This is like kind of all over the place. If you guys have something specific you want to ask, and I'll go over like an entire thing over it. Just I won't do squad deathmatch or team deathmatch because I will only play that if I have a squad. And if you guys want to squad up, I'm down. Even if you're a bad kid, because as long as you res and you drop ammo packs, that's all you need. Alright. As suggestion for secondary, a fully automatic burst. So the 93AR is good. This burst fire, it has low damage. The G18s, the Glocks, the automatic Glocks are easily the best pistols in the game. It's either that or the M19s. The M19 is a solid 4-shot kill at pretty much all ranges, or sometimes a 3-shot kill at close ranges, but its rate of fire is too slow for me, and it doesn't 3-hit kill enough to make me use it all the time. Both the powder pistols they're okay. They're fun to use, but they're just not practical. The M9, it's inferior to the G17. The G17 has better spread. You can have a laser sight. You can have it suppressed, 25 damage, high rate of fire, lower recoil. G17C actually is a really good pistol. I really like that pistol. That was like the first main pistol I used. that's pretty much it on secondaries, and then it's for perks or suppression, or not suppression, specializations. Easily go with the sprint. The sprint is so useful. You can essential to get to one objective to another 10% faster than the enemy is just so helpful. Um, especially in Rush. Especially Rush. I played a lot. I was mostly a Rush player up until, I don't know, 2 weeks ago when I started playing back to Carcane a lot. Just freaking amazing. Alright, so just some general tips. Run with a squad and make sure you're not holding the same exact sprint setups. Not setups, specializations, because they don't stack. If they did stack, that'd be kind of gay, not gonna lie, because you could literally have a team of engineers with, well, you get double rockets. Assuming that you only get 5 extra rockets, that's still 20 extra rockets per person. And times a full scale, that's 80 more rockets. I'm not sure if I'm doing the math right. I just don't know if the information is correct. And that's ridiculous. You can sit there all day, just kids shoot bad kids with your RPG. Let's see here. All right, that's that mini map. Press the N button. It'll zoom it out, and depending on the map, it'll have a certain amount of zoom. Caspian border, I think, has 3 different zooms. Every time I'm like moving from place to place, I just press the N key, so I have a visualization of where my teammates have spotted the blueberries and the freaking green grapes. Show me where they spotted, so I know where to get there. Don't reload in mid-combat or after you kill somebody, because there's chances are you're gonna have another person. Whip out your pistol and freaking beast them up with your. They usually won't expect it. It's faster to take out your pistol than to freaking reload. Always drop your kits. I mean your like supply packs, whether it's health or ammo. Switch to single fireman when it's long range. You'll like it. Don't sprint in places where you see people on radar. I'm confident enough that I'll win enough gunfights that I'll do it, but just as a rule of thumb, you don't want to sprint towards the enemy, because there's about a 1.5 second delay between when you stop sprinting and where you shoot. It's kind of like and they fix that a little bit, but it is realistic that if you're sprinting that you wouldn't be able to shoot right away. Prone only when you need to. Use the prone trick. I'm sure it's gonna get patched soon, and I hope it does, because I've seen some people do it, and it's the amount of time the distance you cover in that amount of time is actually ridiculous, and the amount of exposure you give to the enemy is really low. Always check your mini map. God damn it. Spot. If there's one tip I can give you, it's spot. Don't drop your med packs or anything as long as you spot. Like if you spot, I will forgive you for not dropping your med packs, because seriously, you have freaking Doritos over their head. It's pretty much wall hacks that you have there. Reload only when you have to. Don't be afraid to freaking die like 4 or 5 times in a row to get a vital objective, because in Metro, I know a lot of people don't like that map. I particularly don't like that map, but I do play it because it's fun once in a while. I will go negative, like I'll go like 17 and like 8. No, I'll go like 8 and 17 to get the B flag, and then after I get that B flag, it's pretty much GG, because it's extremely hard to break through from that, and you'll easily mine like you could definitely get 8 or 9 kills before dying, and then if you just keep on doing that, your KD will be 2.0. I've almost never gone below 2.0 if I've capped B. And I'm not a very good player. Use vehicles only if you're good with it. I only pick up the jet to transport myself if I feel like trolling my team, because they're so bad. And I rage quit a lot. My rage quit percentage is like 30-something%, like 34, 35. Most of the time it was because I get disconnected. Actually, that's total blatant lie. I quit because if my team's bad, I'm not gonna try to carry my team if I can't. Like if I know it, like this game, I made an attempt to cap the flags, and it worked pretty well. Power positions. Understand what you believe to be the power position, and you have to either solo it or squad up and get it. No, actually, those are the only 2 options. But I tend to solo it because, well, one, I'm confident enough that I'll be able to take a flag by myself, and most of the times, a lot of people don't play the objective. They just run around trying to get kills, and that's fine because it's easier for me. Because people don't understand that objectives lead to kills. For example, like if you go to defend the A flag, and there's like 5 people going there, you're gonna get like tons of kills there. In Rush, someone plants the MCOM, if you rush over there, there's gonna be a lot of people that attacked that that planted or that are gonna be there to try to defend them. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say. If you guys have something specific you want to ask about how to play a specific kit, because I've maxed out every kit, I've unlocked every weapon, then just let me know in a private message or I don't know, comment. That's pretty much it. The gameplay was pretty decent, not as good as a lot of the other Battlefield community, because I don't have that great of a computer, nor is my aim that good. But I went 39 and 10 that game. I don't know if the game ended because it's all out of place. Using the M416 with AeCor, foregrip, heavy barrel, G18 suppressed, or no, G18 regular, sprint, med packs, and that's pretty much it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will probably make a video in the next like a month or something. Alright, see you guys.